and I'll sing it again.
Thinking of getting a Mirena? We followed Lindi and Dr. Rudolph from My Sexual Health on a magical journey to the land of the Mirena to find out everything you will need to know.
I've actually never been to a gynecologist before. My hopes are that I don't get pregnant and that it makes my life easier. I really hope that I don't get my periods anymore. So how does the Mirena work?
This is the box that it will come in. It looks ridiculously intimidating, but it is because I need this tool to get it all the way into your uterus. We put it into your uterus itself. There, it will release a small amount of hormone, a type of progesterone, and that thickens the mucus of your cervix. So then the sperm can't swim through it. So you're also protected against tube pregnancies as well as your uterine pregnancies, and it looks like that. You can see if you look at your uterus there, that it has a kind of a triangular shape, and therefore we insert this and then it gets hooked at the top of this triangle basically. It is so easy, you basically forget about it. You can travel, you can vomit, you can have diarrhea, you can take whatever medicine you want. It does not rely on you to work.
Why do I have to get it when I'm on my period?
We prefer to insert it when you are bleeding, because we want the mouth of your uterus to be nice and open.
Will I still get my period once it's been placed?
Many women who have it stop bleeding completely, and it's not dangerous for you at all. But there's a possibility that you might bleed frequently for the first 3 months, that you might even bleed more days than you're bleeding at the moment. It's not likely to be very heavy, but many women have spotting initially on the Mirena.
How long after the placement can I exercise?
You can start exercising again the next day. Just don't do anything crazy for the next week afterwards.
How long does it last?
It will last 5 years. So if you, after 5 years, still don't want to have any children, we just put in a new one. If you change your mind and you want to have kids sooner, we literally just pull it out and you can fall pregnant that same day.
Will I be able to feel it?
Once your body is used to it, you will not be aware of it at all.
Is there a certain age where it's safe to get a Mirena or not safe to get a Mirena?
If you look at the recommendations of the World Health Organization, they say it's the best method for school kids because it's in the class of long-acting reversible. I even insert it for virgins. We also use it as part of hormone replacement therapy for older women.
Is there anything that can go wrong?
The most dangerous is a perforation of your uterus, meaning that I put it right through the uterus. It is very, very unlikely, but if I go in there and I think that there is any chance of that happening, I'll stop. What occasionally happens is that I just can't get it in. If I can't get it in, I'm not going to force it in. It can fall out, or I cannot put it in deep enough. If that happens, Mirena covers it for the first 3 months. Extremely unlikely for that to happen, but there's a possibility. The reason why I like to use sedation is you are relaxed. If the procedure wasn't traumatic and you don't sit with a hypertonic uterus to start off with, basically a uterus that's just really in spasm, it's very unlikely to be sore that long. And even if you tell me for the first week, it's probably normal, but not crippling.
And if it goes wrong, how will I know that it goes wrong?
Uncontrollable pain. So you're taking painkillers and it's not stopping the pain, you're getting cramps and it's getting worse and worse. Abnormal bleeding, like in blood that is bright red and is gushing out of you, that's more than you would have had during your period, I'll also be worried about, and feeling sick.
How long after placement can I have sex?
The next day, and you're protected for that same cycle.
Will there be any side effects?
19 out of 20 women are happy on it. The ones that are not happy say it makes them fat, but it's very unlikely that it's the Mirena because it is such a small amount of hormone just in the uterus. Where we see the problem is in women who's been on the pill, that's great for skin, and now they stop that pill, and now the skin is bad. I've put in hundreds of Mirenas, literally, and we've probably taken out for people who were unhappy with it, probably in total 10.
With the interview over, it was time for the dreaded physical exam.
I'm first just going to touch you gently with an earbud. So I just want to check if all the nerves and muscles are normal there. There, it's not painful, is it? Now I am going to just gently try and insert one finger. So when I push on that muscle, you can feel it's a bit sore because those muscles are in spasm. What you can do is you can get some specialist physiotherapy for it. So the speculum, I'm going to show it to you. The only part that's going to go into you is just that. So I'm going to insert it here at the opening, and then you just tell me if you're okay. Okay, now you're going to hear a clicking sound as I open it. Don't get a fright.
Okay, is it going to hurt?
It might stretch a little bit. Okay, and we're going to do one more click. You okay?
No, fine.
This is what I'm going to use to take the pap smear with. Done and dusted. This is your pap smear.
Do the results of this, does that affect my ability to get a Mirena?
If you have an abnormal pap smear and it is at a late stage, I'll have to refer you. But even if you have an abnormal pap smear in the first stage, we can still insert the Mirena and deal with that then accordingly.
Anything else that I need to remember for the day other than those things?
Just bring somebody. You can't, well, if you arrive by yourself, you'll have to take Uber home.
Okay.
A few weeks later, Lindi went back to get her Mirena. These were her drug-dazed thoughts on the procedure.
What happened?
I went in and she asked me how I was feeling and informed me some more of all the stuffs I need to know. So I felt pretty comfortable, and then they put you under very slight sedation, and it doesn't hurt really at all, and it feels nice because the medications.
Would you be scared for someone else then?
No,
Why not?
it's actually quite pleasant because of the drugs.
So how do you feel now?
Safe. I feel fine.
And she said, I'm a princess and I will kill you!